If you use Vanguard and you want to invest in any of the spot Bitcoin ETFs that has been recently approved by the SEC, you won't have the ability to invest in any of them because Vanguard doesn't offer them on their website. But there is a reason why, and I wanted to share that with you in this video. According to a webinar that was released on Vanguard's website, I would like you to hear what they have to say about this Bitcoin ETFs.
Stocks, bonds, cash. Talk about it. What do clients really want us to talk about right now? A lot of them.
Crypto.
Right. It's in the news. Spot Bitcoin ETFs approved last week. Tons of trading, tons of news. Question came in, hey, we know you're not offering one. Have you changed your mind? What would it take for you to change your mind? And Greg, you and I both can answer this, but I'll just say no, we don't plan to, and we don't, we're not going to change our minds around this unless the asset class changes. Yep. And you and I have mentioned before why. First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio. Someone's saving for their retirement. It's a speculative asset.
That's exactly it.
And the funds that we offer invest in asset classes that actually have underlying cash flow. So, like we mentioned stocks, you're buying the forward earnings of a company.
That's right.
And that bond, right,
has coupon and principal payments.
Yeah, you're going to pay me back and you're paying me something for lending you the money.
Exactly.
Right, so they both can be valued. And that's for us, we understand why they would rise up in a portfolio and the role they would play, and we can model them. Something like Bitcoin is just too volatile, and it's not a store of value. It hasn't been. And it's very volatile. When stocks got hammered in recent crises, that Bitcoin went right with them. And so it is speculative, really tough to think about how it belongs in a long-term portfolio. And what worries me a little bit is when we get questions about this or clients concerned that we're not offering something here. And in there, they're saying, hey, look, I've undersaved for my retirement. I got to pay for my kids' college education, and I'm behind. And I think Bitcoin's the answer. That they need to swing for the fences. Unfortunately, over 3 decades in this business, still haven't found the shortcut to long-term success. There's the magic of compounding, and that's the one you always tell people: take advantage of it. Time is your friend. Right. Put money away. But the shortcut strategies, some might be successful with it, but most get burned.
Yeah, investing in a speculative asset is never a good long-term strategy because, again, you're talking about a high level of volatility. You're also talking about just unpredictable type returns. And, we've always talked about when you think about some of these crypto assets, what's the intrinsic value? Yeah. Why should it have any value? How's it any different than, the tulip craze that we saw back in,
You're going way back.
You're going way back, right?
All right. That's where I'm going to stop it so it doesn't get too long. And this continues for about 40-something minutes. So I don't want you to think that is the end of it. If you want to see the video, go on Vanguard and you should be able to find the video yourself. So I want to touch on a few things that the CEO of Vanguard actually mentioned. The first thing is it is speculative investment. And as we already know, today it's up, tomorrow is down. And that is all based on speculation. If people think it's going to go up, people are buying. And when people think it's going to go down, they're selling. And that means that you cannot really predict what will happen to Bitcoin tomorrow or 2 years from now or 3 years from now. Yes, they have the Bitcoin halving, they have the Bitcoin ETF that has just been recently approved. And we know that those can definitely cause a lot of euphoria and a lot of people to believe it's going to go up. And that is possible. And that has actually been the trend of Bitcoin for the past 1 year now. It's gone up a lot. But how predictable is this long term? That is a question that we cannot really be sure of with Bitcoin. But then the other thing that they mentioned is the fact that it doesn't provide any form of financial incentives in terms of if you buy stocks, you're believing in the company will do well in the short term, maybe in the long term, right? Depending on how you try to play the stock. With bonds, you believe that you're going to get your dividends or your coupons. For things like CDs, you believe that they will pay you a certain coupon through the period of that CD. But for Bitcoin, it's just something that ties down money and you are hoping will go up in value, which may not happen. It's just pure speculation. Another important aspect of Bitcoin that I need to mention is that there is no compound interest when it comes to investing in Bitcoin. Whatever you put in, you just have to hope it goes up, because if it goes down, nothing is going to make up for it. And that is why I personally do not really go heavy on Bitcoin or crypto. That is because it's just pure speculation. Again, I like the idea and I like the fact that it's decentralized, which makes it very, I guess, accessible to a lot of people without much restrictions. But at the end of the day, we still need to be clear on what it is. And that is one of the main reasons, I believe, the main reasons why Vanguard doesn't offer this spot Bitcoin ETFs on their website. Now, if you're still interested in them, you can find them through some of the companies that actually offer these ETFs. You have Fidelity, you have BlackRock, you have iShares, and so many other ones do offer this ETF. And you can actually find them on if you use Robinhood, for example, you can actually find them on Robinhood, because Robinhood has actually do have them listed as some of the ETFs you can invest in. Now, I just wanted to share this with you. I hope that you found value in this one. You know that, Bitcoin, in as much as is a different asset on its own, it's something that you need to understand the risks that comes with it. And I hope that you invest well and be a smart investor. All right. I'd love to see you in the next video.